All right, 36th District Court is back in session. I'm Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as the presiding judge. Mr. Griffin, I see that Mr. Grunbaum is on. Mr. Grunbaum, let me have you unmute and raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's matter, and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualifications.
Victor Grunbaum, interpreter, registered with the state of Michigan.
And you are interpreting today from English to?
Ukrainian to English.
Thank you so much, Mr. Grunbaum. All right. Mr. Griffin, are we ready on Mr. Moscow's matter?
Your Honor, I think they was bringing him from lockup, so he should be back in the box in a second.
All right. All right. While we're waiting on Mr. Grunbaum, Attorney Griffin, are you ready on your matter?
Yes, Your Honor. Ready on Miss Allen's first.
Well, Ms. Allen joined us late. Mr. Akins, are you ready on Mr. Akins? I don't even see Miss Allen.
I'm ready on Mr. Akins also.
All right, very good. I have for Mr. Akins, SP 136-81441, SP 136-7765, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Akins, please state your full name for me.
Marshall Imari Akins.
Thank you, sir. All right, counsel, how are we proceeding? Today is the date scheduled for trial and formal hearing.
And Your Honor, I do apologize. I know I said we're ready. I just need the prosecutor, because I just need him to give me the recommendation again, because I have one. I need to make sure it wasn't updated. So just give me I'll be right back. I just need to text him because he's not in here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready to call the remainder of my docket. I'm starting with the 8:35 a.m. matters. I have for Karina Coleman, case number SP 120-139-9, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 120-1434, counts 1 and 2. Case number Z808-3371, case number Z390-33046. I was informed by Ms. Jasmine Taylor as to Ms. Coleman that she is going to receive the alcohol scram today through house arrest. She will report to Mr. Joel's facility to have that device installed, and then she will appear by way of Zoom at 36th District Court on November 18th, 2022. And let's put her on for 9:30 a.m. And that'll be for Karina Coleman. I have for Javante Jackson Norman, case number 210-590-2301. Ms. Mack, you can remove that matter off of my docket. It has gone back to Judge Bryant. It's gone back to Judge Bryant. All right. Is Mr. Morgan in the courtroom to update me on Ms. Janine Thomas Orr?
He is not, Judge. I will reach out to him right now.
I'll tell him right now. I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. And then I also have Ms. Mack. You can remove all of the items for Ricky Mack. I won't read those numbers again in the record. I think I did that before we departed last time.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and then I have for Gerald Paul. Is Ms. Cleveland in the courtroom?
She's not in the courtroom. She's in the conference room with Mr. Paul. They're on the 1-800 number as we speak.
Okay, I'll recall it. For Cortez Abrams, case numbers SP 137-1942, counts 1 and 2. Both of those matters were scheduled for trial. Did Mr. Abrams show up today?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. I didn't think so. That was from the morning docket. I am going to issue a capias. Bond will be set at $75 cash or surety. And then as to the civil infraction, a default judgment will be entered. Also, I need to know, did Brittany Allen show up on this morning for case number SP 133-94431? That was scheduled for trial. Did Ms. Allen show up this morning?
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I'm not sure, that name sounds a little
Yes,
familiar.
we have a Kenyatta Allen, but not Brittany Allen.
Okay,
Yep, Kenyatta Allen's Corporal Whitehead. I'm on that case.
Okay, I haven't called it yet. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. So for Brittany Allen, she did not appear for trial today. KPS will issue. That bond will be $75 cash or surety. And then I also had scheduled for trial on today, charged with disorderly conduct, Tequila Anderson, U630799922. Did Tequila Anderson check in today?
No, Judge.
No, Judge.
All right, KPS will issue. That bond is set at $75 cash or surety as well. All right, Ms. Cleveland, I see that you have joined us in the courtroom. Do you have an update on Gerald Paul?
Yes, Your Honor, we just got off the 1-800 number with, Mr. Paul. He described the same circumstances that he did on Monday, and they do have a detoxification program as well as inpatient treatment that is recommended for him. So he doesn't need the detox now because he spent so many days in jail, but he does, he is scheduled and to go into Elmer's house tomorrow morning, that as long as he can get the COVID test again from the Wayne County Jail, they'll pick him up from the Wayne County Jail.
Wonderful. Then as to case number Z8085081 and Z8085881, I am going to return him to the Wayne County Jail. Miss Mack, the order should indicate that he is to be released to Elmhurst Holmes only. And then Miss Cleveland, will you connect with them? That release date is going to be on tomorrow. His release date should be on tomorrow. Release only to Elmhurst Holmes. And then Miss Cleveland, make that connection so that you are able to keep up with him. And then once we can get a negative screen on him, we will process him into our program, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And then we also have an order for a COVID test, because they won't let him come into the car unless he has a paper. He received the COVID test on the 14th over there at the Wayne County Jail, but they said that's no longer valid for them. They need one for, tomorrow, a rapid test for tomorrow.
So can you please just reach out to Sergeant Coho or to Mr. Morgan?
Yep.
And ask
Yes,
them,
I will.
we have a relationship with them, and ask them, could they make that happen so we can get him moved into treatment?
Yes, ma'am, I surely will. I just wanted to let you know that that's the case.
Oh, no, that's fine. I understand. Everybody's cautious, as am I. All right.
Yes.
All right, very good. And so, and then let's make sure tomorrow he gets moved out. Miss Mack, put him on my docket for tomorrow. And then he will, we'll get a future court date because Miss Cleveland will confirm that he's made it to Elmhurst, okay? All right, very good. Miss Cleveland, I also see that Mr. Meshach Williams decided to show up. He's not eligible for a Zoom hearing on today. He was supposed to be here at 8:45. It's now 1:42. He can come in on tomorrow and I'll lift the warrant, but he needs to report physically to 36th District Court. Thank you, Mr. Williams. I'll see you in the morning, physically in the court. Have a good evening.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, just, Mr. Meshach Williams, do you have another court date tomorrow
Not that I know of.
at a different district?
No, not that I know of.
Okay,
You know.
I just wanted to make sure it didn't coincide with another court date that you were describing to me. So yes, Your Honor, he needs to report in person.
I didn't even know I had a court date here today.
Well, I don't know how you didn't know, Mr. Williams, because every time before you leave court, we give you court dates, sir. Miss Cleveland
Right,
has been reaching out to you over and over again. You were supposed to appear in another court yesterday. You missed that court hearing as well. So listen, you just come on down to the courthouse and we'll make sure we'll start giving it to you in writing, because I'm gonna have you come in person from now on, okay?
All right, can I say something?
No, because I have a whole courtroom full and I need to get finished because I have to go to staff. And this is people from the morning who came, most of them on time, okay?
I wasn't aware of the court. I would have been here if I
You're aware
was.
now. I'll see you in the morning, okay? 8:35. See you in the morning. Bye-bye. All right, thank you. Leave him in warrant status so that if he doesn't appear in the morning, we'll already have a warrant in the system for his arrest. Thank you, Ms. Matt. All right, very good. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland. All right, Attorney
Thank
Griffin,
you.
are you ready on your trial?
I'm ready for Atkins, Your Honor. Corporal Whitehead, I did send you a chat message. I just wanted to make sure that you saw it. We're ready on Atkins, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna call Akins one more time.
Or
I
Atkins.
have SP 136-81441, case number SP 136-7765, counts 1, 2, and 3. One more time, Mr. Akins, state your name for the record. Mr. Akins, can you hear me? Unmute and state your name, please.
Marshall Amari Akins.
Thank you. All right, counsel. Are there officers here on Mr. Akins' matter? If so, please state your name as well as your badge number.
Morning, Your Honor. Officer Willie Robinson, badge 2590, Detroit Police.
All right, thank you, Officer Robinson, for coming back again.
Yep, not a problem.
All right, any other officers? If not,
It was just me, Your Honor.
all right, thank you. Attorney Griffin, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. After reviewing my notes, I looked at the prosecutor had sent the recommendation via email. He stated that the defendant can plead, and I've already given this information to my client. He'll be pleading to driving while license revoked, and the speeding ticket will be amended to blockading. The other two tickets, which are civil infractions, would be dismissed.
All right, so driver's license revoked, guilty as charged.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And then the other matter would be reduced. Mr. Akins, is that your understanding of the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please
Yes.
raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Akins, do you understand that you have a right to a trial and a formal hearing with respect to the matters that are before this court on today?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if I accept your plea of guilty as to one matter and your plea of responsible as to the civil infraction, that you are giving up your rights to a trial and to a formal hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything, threatened you in any way to get you to give up your rights?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty and responsible on today because you are in fact guilty and responsible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Counsel, you may proceed as to the factual basis.
Sir, on the date and time in question, were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Were you stopped by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
Is it the same officer that stated his badge number on the record, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you driving while your license was revoked when you were pulled over by the officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you receive a ticket for driving while license revoked?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Your Honor, is the court satisfied regarding that charge?
I am satisfied as to the remaining matter.
Your Honor, he's still pleading responsible to the speeding and it's being amended to.
11 to 55.
No.
I'm
It's
sorry, 11 to
being
25.
amended to blockading, Your Honor.
I know, but he's pleading responsible to the 21 to 25 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Then I will amend that charge to blockading traffic. I am assessing fines and costs as follows. As to the driving while license suspended or revoked, cost will be $200. The fine will be $75. As to the matter that was amended to blockading traffic, the fine will be $175. The dismissals will not be entered into the record until all fines and costs are paid in full. How much time, Mr. Akins, do you need to get things paid?
At least 20 days.
All
Can
right,
you get 30, Your Honor?
yes. It's gonna, so that's perfect. All right, and so I will give him until get everything paid by December 19th, 2022. I'm placing you on my docket at 10:30. Officer, you do not need to appear. We've already accepted the plea. Sir, as long as you get it paid before December 19th at 10:30 a.m., you do not need to return to court. I'll close the matters that you pled guilty and responsible on, and the remaining matters will be dismissed. If you fail to get it paid, you do need to show up in court. Your failure to do so will result in my setting aside the plea that has been taken. Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Akins. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I do the same. Thank you all.
All right, I'm going to now go to the case for Mr. Moscow. Thank you, Officer Robinson. Please be safe out there.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too. All right, let's go to Mr. Moscow's case. Are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. I am going to call the case at this time. I have for Mr. Moscow, I have case number 200-440-8901. Is Mr. Moscow coming to the podium?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Moscow, please state your full name for the record. Mr.
Mr.
Goomba,
Mos-
interpret.
Містер Мацкальц, ваше ім'я для суда.
Stefan Moscow.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moscow.
Добрий день, містер Мацкаль.
Right, for the people, let me have prosecutor place your appearance on the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Shannon Walker, P53794, on behalf of the people.
Thank you. You may interpret, Mr. Grunbaum.
Люди, прокурор сказав своє ім'я для процедури.
Thank you. Mr. Griffin, place your appearance on the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Sobriety Court Case Manager.
Містер Гриффін також сказав своє ім'я для процесу.
And then for defendant,
Yes. Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Thank you.
То ваш адвокат сказав своє ім'я для суда.
all right, who's addressing the court first?
Your Honor, I can just to give you a little history of the case, if that's okay.
Yes, let Mr. Grunbaum interpret.
Містер Мацкаль, містер Гриффін скаже суду, що происходит сьогодні.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Moscow came to our program on September the 17th, 2021.
Містер Мацкаль прийшов до нашої програми у 2021 році у 9 місяці.
His charge was an OWI, and he had 15 months of probation.
Вас звинувачували, що ви водили машину в трезвому состоянні і пробивши на 15 місяців.
Your Honor, while in the program, he did complete outpatient treatment.
Містер Мацкаль закінчив програму на нашому суду.
Your Honor, he did pay his fines and costs in full.
Він заплатив всі штрафи.
Your Honor, he had been tested, and testing had been negative.
Його тестування було отрицательне.
Your Honor, this case manager on Monday, November the 14th, 2022, received a phone call from the Oakland County pretrial services.
Суд Oakland County позвонив 14 числа цього місяцю лютня і сказав, що у вас є новий.
Your Honor, they indicated that Mr. Moscow had been arrested by the White Lake Township Police Department.
Що White Lake поліція вас арестувала.
And he's been charged with OWI third felony, and that's at the Oakland County Sixth Circuit Court.
Bobby Drew. You.
Вас обвиняють в тому.
Somebody come back.
Whitehead, turn up, please mute your device.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
І вас обвиняють в тому, що ви їздили на машині третій раз в нетрезвому стані.
And Your Honor, I believe his next scheduled court date with the Sixth Circuit Court is November the 28th, 2022.
І ваш слідуючий корт в Окленд Каунті буде 28 липня.
And one last thing, Your Honor, just for your note, I did receive a copy of the police report.
І я отримав від поліції документи.
And the police report indicated that his alcohol level at the time of arrest was a 0.20.
І поліція написала, що ваш алкоголь у крові був 0.2 і 0.4.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin. Mr. Reed, would you like to address the court next on behalf of your client? And then I'll
Yes,
hear
sir.
from the prosecutor and from Mr. Moscow.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Hold on, let Mr.
Скажіть,
Wilbon.
скажіть, ваш адвокат буде говорити суддєю.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did have an opportunity to talk to my client.
Я мав шанс говорити зі своїм клієнтом.
He admits that he did have contact with law enforcement in Oakland County.
Він признався в тому, що він мав контакт з поліцією в Окленд Каунті.
He has been charged with, I believe, felony drinking, driving, third offense, and he's pled not guilty.
Що його звинувачують в вожденні машини в нетрезвому стані третій раз, і що він сказав, що він невиновний.
He was arraigned on that charge, bond, and placed on a alcohol tether.
Тот суд приказав вам одіти тедер і зробити бан.
I believe he has a future court date of November 28th.
У вас слідуючий суд буде 28 листопаду.
I have advised him not to discuss that matter on the record.
Я йому сказав, що він ні з ким не говорив на ту тему.
Judge, he does wish to continue in a drug treatment court, and I would emphasize that he has not been found guilty. He is retaining a retained attorney to represent him on this case.
Він хоче продовжати програму цього суда, і щоб його ще не знайшли виновним у тому ділі.
He's asking to continue in the program, and we've asked the court to allow him to continue in the program until some time as he's found guilty on this charge.
І ми просимо суд, щоб він дозволив продовжати цю програму до того часу, може, коли його знайдуть там виновним.
He has been working the program prior to this incident. I believe he's been working the program very well, and we'd ask the court to take that into consideration.
Він працював над цією програмою в тому суді, у нього все було в порядку, і ми просимо суд, щоб він продовжив йому розрішити бути на цій програмі.
Thank you, Judge.
Дякую, суддя.
Thank you, Prosecutor Walker.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I understand at this point, these are just allegations.
Я розумію, що це тільки звинувачення.
And I understand the proposition and the realization that he is innocent until proven guilty.
І я розумію, що він невиновний до того часу, до кого його не знайдуть виновним.
Problematically, the report received by Mr. Griffin shows us that whether or not he's guilty of this offense, he had alcohol in his system.
Проблема в тому, що в репорті, який отримав містер Гриффін, там написано, що він мав алкоголь в своїй системі, в своєму тілі.
And Judge, that alone is a violation of the terms of his contract with this court.
І то вже нарушення правил, який він, договору, який він мав з цим судом.
That being the case, the people are asked that he be held in the Wayne County Jail until his next court date with the Oakland County Circuit or District Court, whichever one he's in.
І тому суд просить, щоб його держали в заключенні.
All right, thank you. Mr. Moscow, is there anything that you want to say to this court?
Містер Васкаля, ви хочете щось сказати суду?
Так.
Yes.
You may at this time, not talking about, please don't talk about the specific incident. The fact that you blew, that according to their apparatus, you had alcohol and you were, that's enough for me. I don't need you to say anything else about that charge, but then you may go forward with addressing the court.
Я говорю вам, що ви не говорили про той інцидент, який був в Окленд Каунті, де вас арестували, що ви не говорили ні о чому другому, тільки можете щось повісти суду, що не касається того случая.
Вони нічого не говорили, я маю заплатити бонг, і вони не пустили.
For some reason, I can't understand what he said. Повтори заново.
Вони мені нічого не говорили, вони мені сказали, щоб я зв'язався з своїм адвокатом і вони мене це пустили, я ще маю там заплатити бон і суд буде далі розглядати це питання.
He's saying that he was not, I don't think he understood the question. He's saying that he was told not to say anything. He's repeating the same thing as you were saying. Could you please
I
ask
just asked him
again?
if he had anything he wanted to say to the court. I don't want to know anything about the charge.
Got it. No, суд хоче знати, що ви маєте щось сказати тепер судді з вашого оправдання.
Що ви маєте на увазі?
Ви маєте щось сказати суду?
Маю.
Говорити.
Так, що це є моя провина, і я це визнаю.
I accept the responsibility. I know it's my fault.
Give me just 1 second, please.
Do you have a change?
All right. All right, Mr. Griffin, what is your recommendation? And then I'll let the parties respond if anyone has a response. Let me say that, well, go ahead, Mr. Grunbaum.
Вона хоче знати, містер Гриффіна, що він хоче робити з вашим кейсом.
I said this earlier this morning, Mr. Moscow, that every time you all come before me, I ask you, are there issues? Are there concerns? I make sure your case managers are available to you. They make themselves available to you during hours, after hours, and week after week, month after month. You have reported to this court that everything is fine. And so everything is not fine. And so today you are going to be sanctioned, not because you are guilty of the charge, you're innocent until proven guilty. However, the mere contact with law enforcement, as well as an apparatus detecting that you had any alcohol in your system, is a direct violation of the order issued by this court. And that is why I'm sanctioning you on today. Mr. Grunbaum?
Кожний раз, коли ви приходили до цього суда, я у вас питала, як ви маєте якісь проблеми, що з чим можна вам допомогти. Містер Гриффін був в вашому розположенні, і ви могли від нього отримати якусь допомогу. На сьогоднішній день я маю вас наказати, тому що ви маєте проблему, у вас є проблема, і у вас був алкоголь в вашій системі.
Mr. Griffin, you may proceed with your recommendation.
Містер Гриффін, скажіть, якщо ви рекомендуєте.
Your Honor, based on the severity of this, I know there are just charges that have not been found guilty.
Я розумію, що то тільки звинувачення, і що ще не було доказано, що він винуват.
As you stated, Your Honor, Mr. Moscow had, he just completed outpatient treatment. Case manager comes to court. He had every resource to reach out to someone if he's having problems.
Ви був на нашому програмі, і він мав можливість розмовляти і просити допомогу від суда і від мене.
And just like I said, the severity, and luckily no one was hurt in this case.
Тут дуже добре, що ніхто не пострадав в тому ділі.
So, Your Honor, I'll be recommending a sanction of 30 days in a Wayne County jail.
Я предлагаю 30 днів в тюрмі.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Walker, and then Mr. Reed.
Містер Walker, містер Reed, ви маєте щось повісти?
Yes, Judge, the people would concur with case manager Griffin's recommendation.
Прокурор согласен с предложением мистера Гриффина.
Mr. Reed?
Yes, Chair, thank you. I would object to 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. When I talked to Mr. Moscow, he did tell me that he was having problems. As the court knows, recalls he is Ukrainian. He does have family members and friends who are in the Ukraine, and they are suffering tremendously because of that war. I believe he has lost family members and friends, and he's talked to me about it. I don't know why he hasn't mentioned it to the court, but he has had these problems, Judge, and they may have contributed to what happened on this occasion. Mr. Moscow has been working the program. I believe he had a promotion. I understand what the case manager and the city attorney have said and asked for, but I would
Judge,
object.
he needs it to be interpreted. I think he might have went
Oh.
far. I see the interpreter raising his hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm
sorry.
beginning to lose it, but я проти того, щоб йому дали 30 днів в тюрмі, тому що містер Мацкаль має якісь проблеми, яких він мені говорив. Я не знаю, чому він не сказав до суду, що у нього є на Україні проблеми з родиною і з друзями. І я думаю, що це слишком буде неправильно, щоб він сидів у тюрмі 30 днів.
Thank you. That concludes. I would just object, Judge. Mr. Moscow showed up today. I don't believe he's a flight risk. We would ask if there is a sanction imposed, and if that sanction includes jail time, that it not be 30 days and that it not start today. I would ask the court to allow him to turn himself in tomorrow so that he can make any arrangements with his job and with his family.
Я думаю, 30 днів то дуже довго, і як суд буде рішати, щоб йому дати якісь время, якісь дні в тюрмі, щоб то не було 30 днів, щоб було менше, і що я б хотів, щоб його не посадили сьогодні, а щоб, може, йому дали один день, щоб він якісь зробив процеси, договорився у своїй на роботі і своєю сім'єю.
Anything, well, Mr. Reed, I have to respond. I have asked Mr. Moscow every time he's had a session, is there anything that he needs? Is there anything that the court can help him with? Mr. Moscow has been the one that has stood before this court month after month saying no. I don't know how he raised the Ukraine issue today, while I'm not minimizing that issue at all. But Mr. Reed, he's not reached out for any help. And now he's behind the wheel of a car. And go ahead.
Містер Маскав на протяжении місяців приходив до моєго суда, і я у нього запитувала, чи він має якісь проблеми, чи чим ми можемо йому допомогти. І тепер він піднімає проблему з Україною. Я не мінімізую ту проблему, але він не говорив о тої проблеми нам, і він тепер сів за руль автомобіля.
All right, Mr. Griffin, I do have a question for you. What is the status of his employment?
Mr. Griffin, я маю запитання до вас, яка у нього, як у нього з працею, з роботою?
Your Honor, I believe he does construction work. I believe he works for a construction company. He had been working full time.
Я думаю, що він працює на строїтельну компанію.
And just another thing to add, Your Honor, and his license, he wasn't on an interlock device. He had regained his license fully on his through the Secretary of State.
Що у нього був driver's license повний, і він його отримав Secretary of State.
So here is what I am proposing, and I'll hear from the parties. I would hate to see him lose his job. Go ahead, Mr. Broombaum.
То, що я предлагаю, я б не хотіла, щоб він потеряв свою роботу.
So what I am proposing is that the vehicle, Mr. Moscow's vehicle be immediately immobilized.
Я предлагаю, щоб автомобіль містера Мацкаля був забран
that he be sent to the Wayne County Jail on today until November 21st, 2022,
І щоб він був у тюрмі до 21 листопаду,
and that he receive a GPS and alcohol tether
і щоб він носив алкоголь, браслети для алкоголя
on November 21st, 2022,
21 листопаду цього року,
and that he did the remaining 25 days on house arrest with the ability to report to work only.
і щоб слідуючі 25 днів після того, що він буде після 21 липня, щоб він був сидів вдома і щоб мог виїжджати тільки до роботи.
Judge, he is currently on the alcohol tether through the Oakland County, through Sixth Circuit Court.
But
So
is it a GPS?
I'm not sure. I have to check on that, but
Alcohol tether, he was stating before.
okay,
I want GPS. I
okay,
want him on house arrest.
okay,
If not, he'll do the 30 days in the Wayne County Jail.
okay.
Містер Гриффін говорив, що ви маєте тедер, що то алкогольний тедер, і вона хоче, щоб був ще тедер на GPS, щоб ви сиділи вдома.
And so, Ms. Griffin, that tether will be at his expense. If we have to do it through house arrest, we will not pay for it.
Okay.
І за то вам буде потрібно платити самому.
And then you can reach out to Oakland County, Mr. Griffin, to see if there's a duplication of services, or they can put him, you know, GPS, but he's to go to work and home, and that's it.
Містер Гриффін, я прошу, щоб ви розмовляли з Oakland County, і щоб то можна було, може бути, зробити разом, щоб GPS і алкогольний тедер, щоб як тут розробити.
And that provision will be for 25 days after his release on Monday from the Wayne County
І
Jail.
то тедер буде 25 днів після того, як вас випустять 21 листопаду з Wayne County.
I do want the car to be immobilized today, Ms. Walker, Mr. Reed. So please get the appropriate order to this court's attention. I need that car immobilized.
І я хочу, щоб його машина була неподвіжна.
Any questions for this court?
Які запитання до суда?
Так, я маю декілька питань.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Так,
То мене сьогодні заберуть в тюрму, і я маю сидіти до 21 числа, до наступного понеділка.
ви будете в тюрмі до 21 числа. І після 21 числа ви будете вдома 25 днів. І зможете ходити на роботу.
Окей. Машину заберуть на паркінг лот.
Where is the car what's gonna happen to the car? It's gonna be on the parking lot?
Did he drove to the courthouse today?
Ви приїхали на машині до суда сьогодні?
Так.
Yes.
Ms. Walker, what do you all usually do in those cases? So he'll have to call somebody to come pick up the car. I'm drinking and driving. I'm not really concerned about his car.
No, he's gonna have to have somebody come pick it up, or if it's left in the lot, it'll be towed.
Ви маєте попросити когось, щоб вони приїхали за вашою машиною. Тому що як ви то не зробите, то вашу машину увезуть.
Я тільки її забрав сьогодні з паркінг лота, з Wallet Lake паркінгу. Я подзвоню, щоб її забрали.
Вам потрібно буде когось попросити, щоб ту машину забрали.
Окей.
Okay?
Can he get someone to come and pick up his car?
Ви можете когось попросити, щоб забрали вашу машину?
Так.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, because I don't want his car to get towed, but yeah, he's got to go to the Wayne County Jail today.
Тому що я не хочу, щоб вашу машину увезли. Вам потрібно буде йти до тюрми сьогодні.
Right.
And
Ms.
Judge, Judge, one quick question. far as getting the car immobilized, can we get that taken care of on Monday once he's released? Because if
Miss
somebody's gonna come pick up the vehicle or,
Miss Walker?
Judge, I'm gonna have to turn that over to Ms. Rogers. I'm having medical procedure on Monday and I'll be out for the week, but I will have Ms. Rogers handle that.
Okay, would you give her notice that Monday I need her to come because I need that car immobilized? I need
Yes,
him,
Judge.
any car that's in his name, I need it immobilized. He cannot drive.
Yes, Judge.
Містер Гриффін запитав, чи можна вашу машину зробити, щоб вона була неподвижна у понеділок, коли вас випустять 21 числа.
All right, and then Mr. Griffin, if you can work on that tether for GPS purposes to limit that he's house arrest other than for work, that would be great, so we can have everything ready to go on Monday.
okay, yeah, I just reached out to Oakland County to see what his bond conditions were. So once I get his bond conditions, I will update you.
All right, very good, but I want to add house arrest
Okay.
for 25 days.
Okay,
All right, and then Ms. Mack, for his court order, his committal order, please indicate that he's a part of our drug treatment court and that on Monday, November 21st, he's to be dressed out and brought over to 36th District Court. I want him released through the court.
Я хочу, щоб понеділок, 21 числа, вас привезли до суда і щоб вас випустили на свободу через суд. І я хочу, щоб після того 25 днів ви були вдома і могли ходити тільки на роботу.
З дому і на роботу.
From home to work.
I'm sorry.
From work, this is what he said, from home to work.
No, he's not going to be able to drive at all. He can go to work every day and then back home. That's it.
Ви
You'll have to find a way to work.
Ви зможете ходити до роботи, але ви не зможете їздити на машині.
Okay.
То з дому вас можна буде ходити до роботи і обратно.
Не в магазин, нікуди, тільки на своїй машині, тільки на роботу і з роботи.
На своїй машині ви не можете їздити.
25 днів.
25 days, he wants to make sure that for 25 days he won't be able to drive his car.
Oh, no, his car is probably going to be immobilized for longer than that. I'm not certain.
No, ви не зможете водити свою машину намного довше, ніж 25 днів. Я не знаю точно скільки.
Мені що потрібно, щоб мене возили, чи рентувати іншу машину?
Will I be able to, should I get a different car or can I rent a car?
No, you cannot. No, sir.
No,
You're not driving. You're not going to drive.
ви не можете водити машину. Вам запрещено водити машину. Розумієте?
Okay, I'm understanding.
He understands now.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll see you on Monday. Thank you to the parties for coming on. I appreciate you all. Mr. Griffin, update me if anything changes, okay?
Я увійду вас у понеділок. Дайте мені знати, містер Гриффін, як щось буде, якісь будуть змінення.
okay.
Окей, дайте ще мені, будь ласка, подзвонити жінці або знайомим, щоб вони забрали мою машину.
So I will have to call my wife and to make sure that she picks up the car.
Yes, the officer will make sure you can make that phone call.
Да, поліцейський вам дасть можливість подзвонити жінці, щоб вашу машину забрали.
Okay.
All right, very good. Okay, I need to finish up. Thank you so much, Prosecutor Walker. I think I have a couple of more things to wrap up for my treatment court docket. Where is, I thought I had one. Yes, Thomas Orr. Are you all ready to update me on Thomas Orr?
I'll check on that, Judge. Your Honor, can Mr. Grunbaugh be,
Yes, Mr.
excuse-
Greenwald. Thank you so much. You are excused.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Too. Bye-bye. Are we ready on Thomas Orr?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'm going to place the case number on the record. Case number 110-571-6101. Case Manager Green, please state your name for the record.
Yes, Demetrius Green, specialty clerk.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green. On yesterday, I spent time with Ms. Thomas Moore. I made it very clear that I expected her to be in the hospital and to confirm with the case manager or with Ms. Morgan that she had in fact reported to the hospital to get quicker entry into inpatient treatment, and that if she did not get into the hospital, somebody needs to mute their device. That if she did not get in, oh, that might just be in the office. Okay. That if she did not get into treatment, that she was to report to court this morning by way of Zoom. It is now 2:19 p.m. I've not seen Ms. Thomas Orr, so please update me on her status.
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Orr texted me at 7:27 p.m. telling me that she was having issues with her child's father. She was trying to get her daughter to him. She texted me again at 11:36 p.m. informing me that she had not been able to and that she was still trying to get her to him. And she said that she was still trying to get to the hospital, and she emphasized I need it. At 11:42 p.m., she said that she was still going to try to get to the hospital. When I woke up this morning, I texted her back at 7:59 a.m. thanking her for letting me know, and I told her to give me a call at any time. I then called her twice, and both of those times that I called, she sent those calls straight to voicemail. It rang once, and then it went to voicemail. I called a third time at about, let me see this time, 1:35 p.m. She still did not answer, and it went to voicemail. I sent a text message directly after at 1:35 p.m. I informing her to call me as soon as possible, and as of 2:20 p.m. I have not heard anything from Ms. Orr.
Okay, what's your recommendation?
I would recommend well, I would defer to the court. At this point, I know you told her that she needs to be in treatment. She needs to be in the hospital. I'm not sure what's going on with her. She has not kept me updated. And yeah, I would defer to the court.
All right, Mr. Reed.
Judge, I've had some contact with Ms. Orr. I believe I was in the courtroom last week. I know she is a participant in mental health court. And I also recall that she tested positive for a narcotic, I believe, and she was in denial as far as admitting usage. I don't know what happened Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I know she has mental health issues. I don't know if they're playing some part in her being defiant to the court. Judge, I don't want to see her go to jail. I want to see her get treatment, or whatever the court recommends.
They're going, Reed.
I need someone to please turn, Ms. Allen. I promise you come off mute one more time in my courtroom. I'm gonna hold your case until 4:30 today. Okay, Mr. Reed, I've given her ample time. I was very clear about what my instructions were, and she's just not followed my instructions. And so,
Judge, I know you sent her to jail either last Thursday.
Not as long as I should have. Not as long as
Friday. I believe, and I believe she was released on Monday or Tuesday of this week.
She just went overnight, Mr. Reed. She just went overnight.
Oh, she just went overnight.
That was it. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm a treatment person, Judge. I'm not a jail person. I'm a treatment person.
But I gotta have you in my possession to get your treatment. She's not in my possession.
Yes, Judge.
She's not. She knows that she knew what she was supposed to do. I was very clear. Mr. Morgan, is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm sorry, Judge, I just stepped in. I had to, a lady out there for, okay, so are we talking about Ms. Orr?
Yes, Thomas Orr. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I take it that she did not get to the hospital?
No confirmation, not responding, phone going to voicemail.
Okay,
And she knew that if she didn't go, she was to report to court by way of Zoom.
right. Yeah, unfortunately, that's unfortunate because we worked hard on this yesterday, talking to all the kids' dads and setting things up with them. Took a lot of work, and then for her not to show up, I'm kind of a little worried about her, to be honest with you, because she really wanted some help.
And she needs it. She needs.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we might have to put a warrant out for her. And we'll continue to call her to see if we can get her to walk in. So.
All right, this is what I'll do. I'm going to issue a warrant, Mr. Reed. I'll make the bond $10,000 cash as surety. Let's talk to her because I believe we got her cleared to go into inpatient treatment. Unfortunately, in Genesee County, that was going to take up to 7 days for them to have a bed available for her. In the meantime, I don't want her to die out there, you know, or do something that really harms herself. And so let's put a warrant. I'm putting a warrant out for her. Hopefully you can get her to come in, Mr. Morgan or Mr. Green, and then we'll go from there. I'd rather treatment, but I can't do treatment if you don't show up.
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. So make sure you all get that to Ms. Mack on today. All right, I think that is everything. Did I miss anything on the specialty court docket?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. Attorney Griffin, are you ready? Are you ready? Is your client on for specialty court? I'm gonna do this last case and then we need to staff, Ms. Mack, if you could send out Friday and Monday's docket to me, please, that would be great.
Ms. Allen, please turn your camera on. Ms. Allen, please turn your camera on.
Okay, all right, I'm ready. I have for Kenyatta Allen, case number SB 1356512, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SB 1355589, counts 1, 2, and 3. Count, Miss Allen, state your full name, please.
You're muted, Ms. Allen.
Yep, you're muted. I'm muted.
Kenyatta Shante Allen.
Thank you. Counsel, this matter was scheduled for trial at 10:45 a.m. Is your client taking the plea on today?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is taking the plea.
All right, if the officers that are available, and I know this is not your time, you all were here this morning. Whoever is here, please place your name and badge number on the record.
This is Corporal Whitehead, badge 4344, traffic enforcement.
Thank you, Corporal Whitehead. I appreciate you coming back for the afternoon.
Okay.
All right, counsel, what's the plea offer?
Your Honor, after speaking with the prosecutor, Ms. Allen, just put yourself on mute, please. Your Honor, after speaking with the prosecutor, I did speak with my client also. The recommendation should be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanors. One misdemeanor is the driving while license suspended. She's pleading as charged. The other matter is the no insurance misdemeanor, which would be amended to improper plates. The unregistered would be dismissed, and then the civil infractions would be dismissed.
All right, thank you. Miss Allen, is that your understanding of the offer?
Yes.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You may put your hand down. Ma'am, do you understand that you have a right to a trial and a right to formal hearings with respect to the matters that are before the court on today?
Yes.
And you understand that if I accept your plea of guilty, that you are giving up your right to a trial and to formal hearings?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything or forced you in any way to plead guilty on today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Attorney Griffin. You may proceed as to the factual basis.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Allen, bring your attention to the date and time in question. Were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and while you were driving, were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
Is it true that your car was not insured at the time when you were pulled over?
Yes.
Is it also true that you were driving while your license was suspended at the time?
Yes.
Did you receive a citation from the officer for driving while license suspended and also for no insurance ticket?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, is the court satisfied?
I am satisfied. I'm accepting your plea of guilty to driving while license suspended. I am assessing the cost at $200. The fine will be $75. And then I'm accepting your plea of guilty to the no insurance misdemeanor. I'm amending that charge, the improper place. I'm assessing a fine only in the amount of $75. The remainder of your matters will be dismissed upon full payment of your fines and costs. How quickly can you get this paid?
I could probably get it paid in the next 30 days.
All right, then I am going to adjourn this for payment and for dismissal. Once for dismissal, let's see, 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take you to December 3rd. I'm sorry, January 3rd.
Okay, thank you.
3rd, 2023. I'm putting you on my docket at 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid before that date, you don't need to come back to court. Corporal, you don't need to come back to court. I've already accepted her plea. If for some reason you fail to get it paid, then you must report to court. Otherwise, I'm going to set aside the plea agreement, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Enjoy your day.
You too, thank you.
All right. I believe that that's everything. Ms. Mack, attorneys, did I get everything? Thank you, Corporal. Be safe out there, please.
Okay, take care, Your Honor.
All right. Did I miss anything on the docket? Hello in the courtroom.
No, I don't see anything, Judge. I think you got it all.
All right, for the specialty court people, Mr. Griffin, did I miss anything?
All you understand, we took care of everything. So
Okay.
long days, but we getting it done.
Long days. Y'all have welcomed me back very well. Thank you very much. I am going to go off live.